Good Smoke in America. I am Memphiado Smoke Dog of GSA News, and this is Puff Puff Pass America. A short overview of Canada news for short attention spans across America. Mississippi governor is stingy. If the governor of Mississippi moves to veto a medical marijuana bill over his concerns about the proposed purchase limit for patients, the legislature may well move to override that decision, a key state senator said on Wednesday. Governor Reeves said that he wants lawmakers to slash the daily purchase limit for patients in half. The bill that lawmakers spent the summer negotiating calls for 3.5 grams of marijuana per day, and the governor signaled he vetoed the entire reform proposal if they don't significantly reduce that amount. But Senator Bryce Wiggins, chairman of the Judiciary Committee Division, who is also running for a seat in Congress this year, says the people of Mississippi spoke loud and clear when they voted to approve a medical cannabis legalization initiative last year. And lawmakers have a duty to deliver on the reform after the state Supreme Court invalidated it for procedural reasons. Man, what a shame. Initiative 65 passed with close to 70% of the vote, and the legislature spent all summer working on this. Lawmakers have already made several concessions to the governor as they continue negotiation on legislation to replace the voter-approved ballot measure. And advocates hoped everything would be resolved in time for Reeves to convene a special session to pass it this year, as he suggested he do. But as the goalposts continued to be pushed back, it became clear that legislators would need to tackle the reform in the 2022 session. House and Senate leaders announced in September that they had come to an agreement on the reform. Yet, the governor came back with several objections, forcing legislators to go back and make some compromises. Even after they did that, Reeves held firm on what leadership says are unreasonable demands. Reeves has consistently voiced his concerns with the marijuana purchase limit of 3.5 grams per day. An earlier draft version of the legislature's marijuana bill sought to build upon the measure that voters approved last year by adding hepatitis, Alzheimer's disease, spastic quadriplegia, and chronic pains as qualifying conditions. After receiving an initial recommendation for medical cannabis from a licensed practitioner, patients would have to go back to their physicians for a reevaluation 6 months later. There will be a weight-based excise tax imposed on cannabis sales, $15 per ounce of flower or trim, as well as the state's general sales tax. No home cultivation option will be permitted under the measure. Smoking cannabis would be allowed, but not in public spaces. A poll released in June found that a majority of Mississippi voters support legalizing marijuana for both medical and recreational use, with 63% saying they want the legislature to pass a bill that mirrors the ballot measure that was nullified by the court. A Senate committee held a series of hearings to take testimony on what a medical cannabis legalization bill could look like should lawmakers decide to pass reform legislation. This has been Puff Puff Pass America. Thank you for watching. If you like this and want to check out our other content, please check us out at our YouTube channel, Good Smoke in America, our Facebook, Good Smoke in America, our Instagram, @Good Smoke in America, and our Twitter, @GSA420. This has been Memphiado Smoke Dog of GSA News, smoking off.